Tēnā tātou, tēnā koutou katoa i tēnei haora. Ko Heywood Kuka tōku ingoa. Ahakoa ko tipu ake au ki tauranga moana, ko kāwai whakaheke ki te tauihu o te waka. O roto mai taku tipuna kuia, iwinaro Council, iwinaro Hopelite. Ka heke mai ki taku koraua, Arthur Council. Ka heke mai ki tōku māma, Huia Bennett. Nō reira, tēnei tētai o te whānau, e mihi nei, tangi nei ki a koutou, ki a tātou i tēnei. Tēnā tātou.
Why have you decided to accept a nomination for this year's Ngāti Koata Trust Board elections?
The opportunity to accept this nomination came about a few ways. Few informal kōrero with whanaunga down in Te Tauihu prompted me to not only, first of all, wasn't even just for the trust, it was to be connected with my Hopelite whānau, and to come and support, offer some of my pukenga that I have attained, offer that back to the people. But ultimately, in the end, it was about how I could help the trust, but not only the trust, the whānau and the iwi, and the people in Te Tauihu, especially our Ngāti Koata Trust and whānau to use the abundance of resources and talents and skills that are present in the iwi. So my motivation is to bring everybody's and the iwi's skills and taonga to the fore, to advance all aspects of the iwi and the trust, moving on into the future. I'm a really future-focused person, and I can see a lot of potential in our whānau and our people to move forward in this ever-changing world.
What are the skills and experience you will bring to the board?
My experiences I bring to this position are based around my lifelong experiences. My whānau, especially my father and my mother, have been at the fore of the revitalisation of te reo Māori, especially in the education space. So I come from a whānau of kaiako. My father was a kaiako, my mother was a kaiako, and my grandfather and grandmother were all educators in their own right. I've also been a kaiako in the Māori medium space for 12 years now, and for the last 5 years I'm tūmaki of a Māori medium school here in Tauranga Moana. So my passion also aligns with my career and my experiences, which is around te reo Māori. So te reo Māori and the revitalisation of the reo, especially for our tamariki Māori, moving in this ever-changing world is actually what I want to expand on and what I want to deliver in regards to outcomes for not only my kura but for iwi, and especially for Te Tauihu and Ngāti Koata and the Trust. Education, Māori medium education is a passion of mine as well. We were fortunate enough to be brought up in a Māori medium setting where te reo Māori was just as important as the mainstream kaupapa that we were learning. So I see the value in our tamariki Māori, especially those who have been maybe removed from te reo. I see the value of Māori medium education crossing over to crossing them over and transitioning into the workspace, because our tamariki Māori have a superpower, and it's their te reo Māori. And if they transition that into the career they take, they're really highly sought after. And we have a look now out there in society, and out there in industry, and out there in the community. Te reo Māori is really, really important, and is only getting more so. So Māori medium education for me, based around te reo Māori, not only gives our tamariki back their taonga of te reo Māori, and a lot of whānau they lost it, but it also enables them to take our values, our tikanga, our mātāpono into the workplace and normalise te reo. So for me, education is highly important, but education is not only around going to university. Education is around equipping our tamariki and equipping our uri, and mobilising te reo Māori and mobilising their experiences and their skills for them to be better contributors to society.
What do you believe are the biggest concerns facing our iwi today, and how do you think the board can best address these concerns?
Some of the big concerns pertaining to our iwi, but not only our iwi, about pertaining to te ao Māori whānui, are around housing, but also around the revitalisation of te reo Māori. More and more of our people are coming back home from maybe from urban centres and moving home, or from coming home from overseas. And there's a huge gap there, which isn't their fault. The need for our whānau to move away from their ukaipo, their tūranga waiwai, has caused this huge gap in our generations. And that huge gap is around disconnection from the tūranga waiwai, but also disconnection from te reo Māori. But we all know that being disconnected from home is also a bit of a disconnect from the economical growth, and also now being even more prevalent, the lack of housing for our whānau. So I think along with economic growth also comes educational growth, and revitalisation of te reo Māori sits at the core of that. And to say our te tauihu, like every other rohe where our tūranga waiwai are still feeling the effects of colonisation and raupatu. So we're still fighting the fight at that level to ensure that our tikanga, but also our kōrero are valued, and hold a place in the guidance and the leadership of the area. So being enabling our whānau to come home, connect back with their tūranga waiwai, but also connect back with their culture and reo. Probably the two main things I want to focus on. And for me, it's being brave. I come from a space where we've had to be brave in this Māori medium education space, not taking no for an answer from the Ministry of Education, saying, well, no, this needs to happen and this needs to happen, this is the only way that tamariki achieve. We know it's not the case in regards to Māori medium. So I'd like, for me, if I'm successful in this position, is to be brave, but also be at the cutting edge of everything we do, not to sit back and say, well, this is how we've done it for however many years. We need to be the leaders and innovators, so our tamariki and our uri cannot be left behind in society. So we need to give them the best chance they can. So yeah, to be brave, but also to be well informed, and to do our rangahau, our research on how best to provide housing, how best to provide te reo Māori, how best to provide a place of belonging for our people.
If you are elected, what is something you would like to achieve personally as a trustee of Ngāti Koata Trust in your 3-year tenure?
If I'm elected, personally, I really just want to solidify trust in the operations of the trust. Not only me personally, but to ensure that the whānau and the iwi and those that put the trust in that position, they get as much value out of those people sitting on that trust as they can. So there may not be a single thing that I want to achieve, but it's maybe laying some foundations for the future. Hopefully, in the 3 years, if I'm elected, those foundations can be set around some of the collective goals we have as a trust. I know that in any governance position isn't about the individual. There are other people on the board that sit there and have their opinions. So I think a collective whakaaro and whainga goals around a clear pathway around where we want to be and setting those foundations. And I'm sure these foundations already set. So for me, it's ensuring that those foundations and those kōrero that have happened before us are respected, but also they're built upon and not just sitting there. Hei ngutu kau. Ngutu kau just means a lip service. So I want us to set some foundations, build upon the foundations that are already set, and instill some trust in the process. Because if we think of it, although it's a 3-year tenure, these things that we set now for life and for the betterment of the generations before us. So for me, it's if we have a goal, we set it, we build the foundation so the next people coming in to fill those seats, or if we're lucky enough to gain selection and carry on, those foundations are set, those goals are clear for them to take over. Not saying that that we won't change anything, there could be change, but moving forward, the better foundations are set, the better our uri and our whānau are going to be moving on in the